At that time, declares Yahweh, I shall be the Elohim of all the clans of Israel, and they shall be my people. Thus says Yahweh. A people escaped from the sword found favor in the wilderness. Israel, when it went to find rest. Yahweh appeared to me from afar, saying, I have loved you with an everlasting love. Therefore, I shall draw you with loving commitment. I'm going to build you again, and you shall be rebuilt, O maiden of Israel. Again, you shall take up your tambourines and go forth in the dance of those who rejoice. Again, you shall plant vines on the mountains of Shemaron. The planter shall plant the tree, and wait, the planter shall plant and treat them as common. For they shall be a day when the watchmen cry on Mount Ephraim, arise and let us go up to Zion, to Yahweh our Elohim. For thus says Yahweh, sing with gladness for Yaakov, and shout amongst the chief of nations. Cry out, give praise, and say, O Yahweh, save your people, the remnant of Israel. See, I'm bringing them from the land of the north, and I shall gather them from the ends of the earth. Among them, the blind, the lame, those with children, and with those with child, and those in labor. Together, a great assembly returning here. With weeping they shall come, and with their prayers I shall bring them. I shall make them walk by rivers of water, in a straight way in which they do not stumble. For I shall be a father to Israel and Ephraim. He's my firstborn. Hear the word of Yahweh, O nations, and declare it in the isles of far off, and say, He who scatters Israel gathers him, and shall guard him as a shepherd his flock. For Yahweh shall ransom Jacob and redeem him from the hands of one stronger than he. And they shall come in and shall sing on the heights of Zion, and stream on the goodness of Yahweh, for grain and for new wine and for oil, for the young of the flock and the herd. And their being shall be like a well-watered garden, and never languish again. Then shall a maiden rejoice and a dance, and a young man and old together. And I shall turn their mourning to joy, and I shall comfort them, and they and and shall make them rejoice from their sorrow.
and shall fill the being of the priest with fatness, and my people shall be satisfied with my goodness, declares Yahweh. Thus said Yahweh. A voice was heard in Ramah, wailing, bitter, weeping, Rahel weeping for her children, refusing to be comforted for her children, because they are no more. Thus said Yahweh. Hold back your voice from weeping, and your eyes from tears, for there is a reward for your work, declares Yahweh. And we shall return from the land of the enemy, and there is expectancy for your latter end, declares Yahweh, and your children shall return to their own country. I have clearly heard Ephraim lamenting. You have chastised me, and I was chastised, like an untrained calf. Turn me back, and I shall turn back, for you are Yahweh, my Elohim. For after my turning back, I repented, and after I was instructed, I struck myself on the thigh. I was ashamed, even humiliated, for I bore the reproach of my youth. Is Ephraim a precious son to me, a child of delights? Or thought I spoke against him? I still remembered him. That is why my affections were deeply moved for him. I have great compassion for him. There is Yahweh. Set up signposts, make landmarks, set your heart towards the highway, way in which you went. Turn back, O maiden of Israel. Turn back to these cities of yours. So when would you turn here and there, O backsliding daughter? For Yahweh has created what is new on earth. A woman encompasses a man. Thus said Yahweh, the Elohim of Israel. Let them once again say this word in the land of Yehuda and in its cities. When I turn back their captivity, Yahweh bless you, a home of righteousness, mountain set apartness. in Yehuda and in all the cities, farmers, and all this its farmers, and those who journey with flocks shall dwell together. For I shall fill the weary being, and I shall replenish every grieved being. After I awoke and looked around, and my sleep was sweet to me.
See, the days are coming, declares Yahweh, that I shall sow the house of Israel and the house of Yehuda with the seed of man and the seed of beast. And it shall be that as I have watched over them to pick up and to break down and to throw down and to destroy and to afflict, so I shall watch over them to build and to plant, declares Yahweh. In those days they shall no longer say, fathers ate sour grapes, and the children's teeth are blunted. But each one shall die for his own crookedness. Whoever eats sour grapes, his teeth shall be blunted. See, the days are coming, declares Yahweh, when I shall make a renewed covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Yehuda, not like the covenant I made with their fathers in the day when I strengthened their hand to bring them out of the land of Mizraim, my covenant which they broke, though I was a husband to them, declares Yahweh. For this is the covenant I shall make with the house of Israel after those days, declares Yahweh. I shall put my Torah in their inward parts and write it on their hearts, and I shall be their Elohim, and they shall be my people. And no longer shall they teach each one his neighbor and each one his brother, saying, Know Yahweh, for they shall all know me, from the least of them to the greatest of them, declares Yahweh. For I shall forgive their crookedness, and remember their sin no more. Thus said Yahweh, who gives the sun for a light by day, and the laws of the moon and the stars for a light by night? Who stirs up the sea, and its waves roar? Yahweh of hosts is his name. If these laws vanish from before me, declares Yahweh, then the seed of Israel shall also cease from being a nation before me forever. Thus said Yahweh, if the heavens above could be measured, and the foundations of the searched out beneath, I would also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, declares Yahweh. See, the days are coming, declares Yahweh, that the city shall be built for Yahweh from the tower of Hanel to the corner gate, and the measuring line shall again extend straight ahead to the hill Gareb. Then it shall turn toward Goah, and all the valley of the dead bodies and of the ashes, and all the fields as far as the Wadi Kidron, to the corner of the horse gate toward the east, is to be set apart to Yahweh. It shall not be plucked up or thrown down any more forever.
I'm gonna be 100 honest with you guys. I'm really just soaking that in. But I did highlight in Yirmeyahu, Jeremiah, the 31st chapter, verse 35 to 38, and I don't know why, but it just got me. So
Dang, this is a rare moment. Even General North is soaking that one. It's like,
I'll get you. Stop messing with me, sir. Keep picking on me, sir. Keep going for last night, sir. It's that round two, huh? Big. I love my family. They do some. They try something. No one is safe. Big.
I just think Yahweh is protecting his people right now, his real people, and he's
Mm,
saying that even though y'all broke y'all promise, I'ma build, I'ma rebuild the city for me, and then my people will be there.
mm. Take it away, little killer poop.
About that. Soaking that one in the
Okay. Nah, that's dope, big. That is dope. All right. On to the next. On to the next one. Okay, perfect. So we got so two people will have 15 and one person will have 14.
that is
All right, to keep it even, I'll take the 14. And here we go. The word that came to Yirmeyahu from Yahweh in the 10th year of Tisyahu, sovereign of Yehuda, which was the 18th year of Nebuchadnezzar. Now, at that time, the army of the sovereign of Babel besieged Jerusalem, and Yirmeyahu the prophet was shut up in the court of the guard, which was in the house of the sovereign of Yehuda. For Tis Tiskiyahu, sovereign of Yehuda, has shut him up, saying, why are you prophesying, saying, thus says Yahweh, see, I am giving this city into the hands of the sovereign of Babel, and he shall take it. Say, help me with that real quick, guys.
it's already second.
The pronunciation of that sovereign's name, one of our king's names. I don't want to keep battering, abusing it.
I lost you. You on 7?
No, sir. I'm on.
Sidkiyahu,
I'm on. Thank. Can you say it again, Vic?
Sidkiyahu.
Thank you, sir. For Teskiyahu, sovereign of Yehuda, has shut him up, saying, why are you prophesying, saying, thus says Yahweh, see, I'm giving this city in the hands of the sovereign of Babel, and he shall take it. And Sekiyahu, sovereign of Yehuda, shall not escape from the hand of the Kasim, but certainly be given into the hand of the sovereign of Babel, and shall speak with him face to face, and see him eye to eye. And he shall lead Sekiyahu to Babel, and be there until I visit him, declares Yahweh. Though you fight with the Kasim, you should not prosper. And Yirmeyahu said, the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, see, Han, Hanam, Hanam, Han,
Anamel?
Hanamel, son of Shalom, your uncle is coming to you, saying, buy my field which is in Antioch, for Anathoth. For the right of the redemption is yours to buy it. So Hanamel, my uncle's son, came to me in the court of the guard according to the word of Yahweh, and said to me, please buy my field that is in Anathoth, which is in the land of Benjamin. For the right of inheritance is yours, and the redemption. Buy it for yourself. And I knew that it was the word of Yahweh. And I bought the field which was at Anahoth from Hananel, my uncle's son, and weighed out to him the silver, 17 shekels of silver. And I signed the deed and sealed it, took witness, and weighed the silver in the scales. Then I took the deed of purchase, that which was sealed according to command and law, and which was open, and that which was open. And I gave the deed of purchase to Baruch, Baruch, son of Neriah, 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 son of, you're getting me, huh? Son of Masheha, Masheha, the presence of Hanamel, my uncle's son, and in the presence of Hanamel, who signed the deed of purchase before all the Yehudim who sat in the court of the guard.
Fellowship.
And
Thank you.
I commanded Baruch before their eyes, saying, thus says Yahweh of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, take these deeds, both these deeds of purchase, which is sealed, and this deed which is open, and put them in an earthen vessel, so that they remain many days.
For thus said Yahweh of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, houses, fields, and vineyards shall again be bought in this land. And after I have given the deed of purchase to Baruch son of Neriah, I prayed to Yahweh, saying, Ah, Master Yahweh, see, you have made the heavens and the earth by your great power and outstretched arm. There is no matter too hard for you. You show loving commitment to thousands, and repay the crookedness of the fathers into the bosom of their children. And after them, the great, the mighty El, Yahweh of hosts is his name, great in counsel and mighty in work. For your eyes are open to all the ways of the sons of men, to give everyone according to his ways, according to the fruit of his deeds. For you have set signs and wonders in the land of Mitzrayim for this day, and in Israel, and among other men. And you have made yourself a name, as it is to this day, as it is this day. And you have brought your people, Israel, out of the land of Mitzrayim, with signs and wonders, with a strong hand and an outstretched arm, and with great fearsome deeds. And you gave them this land of which you swore to their fathers to give them, a land flowing with milk and honey. And they came in and possessed it, but they did not obey your voice, nor did they walk in your Torah. They did not do all that you commanded them to do, so you brought all this evil upon them. See the siege mounds. They have come to the city to take it, and the city has been given into the hands of the captive who fight against it, because of the sword and the scarcity of food and the pestilence. And what you have spoken has come about. And look, you see it. Yet you, O Master Yahweh, have said to me, buy the field for silver and take witnesses, although the city has been given to the land and captive. Then the word of Yahweh came to Yirmeyahu, saying, see, I am Yahweh, the Elohim of all flesh. Is there any matter too hard for me? Therefore, say Yahweh, see, I am giving this city into the hand of the Casdim, into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, sovereign of Babel, and he shall take it. And the Casdim who fight against the city shall come and set fire to the city, and burn it. With the houses on whose roofs they burned incense to Baal, and poured out drink offerings to the other mighty ones to provoke me.
For the children of Israel and the children of Yehuda have done only evil before me from their youth. For the children of Israel have only provoked me with the work of their hands, declares Yahweh. For this city has been a cause for my displeasure and my wrath from the day that they built it. Even to this day I should remove it from before my face, because of all the evil of the children of Israel and the children of Yehuda, which they have done to provoke me. they, their sovereigns, their heads, their heads, their priests, their prophets, and the men of Yehuda, and the inhabitants of Jerusalem. They have turned their back to me, and not their face. Though I taught them rising up early and teaching them, they did not listen to receive instruction. And they set their abominations in the house which is called by my name to defile it. And they built the high places of Baal, which are in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to offer up their sons and their daughters to Molech, which I did not command them, nor did it come into my heart that they should do this abomination to make Yehuda sin. And now, thus said Yahweh, the Elohim of Israel, concerning this city, which you say, it shall be given into the hand of the sovereign of Babel by the sword and scarcity of food and by pestilence. Someone's connected.
Yeah, that is. He's
Hello?
back.
See, I am gathering them out of all the lands where I have driven them in my displeasure, and in my wrath, and in great rage. And I shall bring them back to this place, and shall let them dwell in safety. And they shall be my people, and I shall be their Elohim. And I shall give them one heart and one way to fear me all the days, for the good of them and of their children after them. And I shall make an everlasting covenant with them, that I do not turn back from doing good to them. And I shall put my fear in their hearts, so as not to turn aside from me. And I shall rejoice over them to do good to them, and shall plant them in this land in truth, with all my heart and with all my being. For thus said Yahweh, as I have brought all this great evil on this people, so I am bringing on them all the good that I am speaking to them. And fields shall be brought in this land, of which you are saying it is a wasteland, without man or beast. It has been given into the hand of the Kasdim. Fields shall be brought for silver, and deeds signed and sealed, and witnesses be called in the land of Benjamin, and in the places around Jerusalem, and in the cities of Yehuda, and in the cities of the mountains, and in the city of the low country, and in the cities of the south, for I shall turn back their captivity, declares Yahweh.
Real quick, guys. I know you. I know Big Killer Pooh over there is ready to fire off. Before he does that, right? I wanted to address. You know how they people that we know they don't read scripture. We know they do more churchianity than anything else. And it was like, well, there's so many ways you can come to the Most High. And I'm telling, and mind you, this is from one of his beloveds. This is his people's. This is not. This is not anybody else. When the crazy part I noticed is that in the beginning they gave me all the hard work, all the hard people words to say. They gave you you guys the easy things just to say, right? But you that's still a family, right? These are this guy's cousin and this guy's that's still a family. Like we're a family, and this is blessed family that's going to lead. And this takes me to the Yirmeyahu, Jeremiah 32nd chapter, verse 39. And I shall give them one heart and one way to fear me all the days for the good of them and of their children after them. He ain't say, oh, well, you could do it this way, you could do it that way, and blah, blah, blah. There's, you're not even hearing Well, you're gonna feed me, and you're gonna fear the son of Dawid or of the Dawid bloodline. Like when I get it back. So it's it's people have doctrine on men, but this is of the Most High. And if we're not guarding His Torah or guarding His commandments, right? Then we're just going the same way as those heathens, the same way as the rest of them, the nations. Big.
Still soaking this one in.
That means we got time for poop. Take it away, Killer Poop.
I'm glad that she killed on me. Because I'm also second that one in.
Sheesh.
He said what?
Because I'm also soaking that one in.
Right. Let me just say something else too, guys. Like when people talk about this, because like I don't think people even argue the validity, because like they can't hide it no more. Because now we can all read it, right? Excuse me. I don't think people even argue the validity of it being real. But just to remind you, in the in the first verse of the 32nd chapter of Yirmeyahu, right? It says the word that came to Yirmeyahu from Yahweh in the 10th year of uh, this Diaku, sovereign of Yehuda, which was the 18th year of Nebuchadnezzar. These are actual people that they could find in history. Even if they try to take away the lines of kings that we have and try, oh, well, it's imaginary. You cannot take away. You worship Nebuchadnezzar. You still worship. So, oh yeah, it was a little nation that they crushed, but it was still a nation that the Most High put up there, and the Most High allowed them to crush it. So now you can start to see where people are intentionally trying to hide, intentionally trying to miseducate, and that's why we have to read. I mean, not to say like reading is one part us coming together, but the other part is strengthening our spiritual armor and also our knowledge and awareness. Like that's not of the Most High. We could start to say that now. Oh, which oh you doing? What you doing? Yoga? Ain't no yoga in scripture. That's not of the Most High. Right? Whatever. And I don't know why people get mad when I'm like, yo, that's a demon possessed. There's nothing wrong with it. That's who you rock with. Like, and when we watch anime, right? They have demons as part of certain anime shows. It's just letting you know that's on the other side. They identify that, right? But you want to act like demons. You want to act like these Luciferians, but think you of the Most High because you say Jesus Christ. Okay, okay. That's not how this works, my friend. On to the next, my guys. Moving on to Yirmeyahu, the 33rd chapter. 33. Okay, that will be. So two people will have nine, and one person will have eight.
Correction. Two people have nine, one person have eight.
That's what
Sheesh.
you got. You got woke up with jokes. You gonna mess? You woke up with jokes. It's the thing why this man mess with me, big. Mess with
Sheesh.
me, big. He
Can I
coming
teach
for
you
me,
after
son.
that? Can I teach you
You
after
sent
that?
me now. He
After that.
should. Yeah, y'all on the other side. Hopefully, y'all hear us. Hopefully, it's their great grandchildren could hear this and see how much fun we can have with the word and the truth and the love and commitment we have for each other. I hope y'all can understand that. Like we are one family. We're a family under the Most High, and it's love. It's so much love that we can have mess with each other. We can talk and still enjoy the word. It's I hope y'all can understand that, great grands or the next generations. I pray. And with that being said, here we go. Wait, I'm gonna take the eighth, guys. Just a heads up.
You
And the
always
word
want
of
to read.
Yah coming into her.
Yeah, I was joking. I just said you always want to read the least amount.
He is still talking.
Take it away, Marley.
Oh, gentlemen, already.
Take it away, General Door.
It's too big. You too big. Y'all jumping me. Y'all picking up. And the word of Yahweh came to Yirmeyahu a second time, while he was still while he was still shut up in the court of the guard, saying, "Thus says Yahweh, who made it, Yahweh who formed it to establish it. Yahweh is his name. Call unto me, and I shall answer you, and shall show you great and inaccessible matters which you have not known. Thus says Yahweh, the Elohim of Israel, concerning the house of this city and the house of the sovereigns of Yehuda, which are thrown down against the siege mounts and the sword, while coming to fight with the Casims, and to fill their place with the corpses of men, who I shall strike in my displeasure and my wrath, for all for all for whose evil I have hidden my face from the city. See, I'm bringing into relief and healing, and I shall heal them and reveal them the riches of peace and truth. And I shall turn back the captivity of Yehuda and the captivity of Israel, and shall build them as far as the first, and shall cleanse them from all their crookedness that they have sinned against me, and I shall pardon all their crookedness that they have sinned, and by which they have transgressed against me.
And it shall be to me a name of joy, praise, and a pride before all nations of the earth, who hear all the good I am doing to them.
Pleasure.
Bless you.
And they shall fear and tremble for all the goodness and all the place on it, peace I am doing to it. Thus said Yahweh, in this place of which you say it is dried up, without man and without peace, in the cities of Yehuda, in the streets of Yerushalayim that are deserted, without man and without inhabitant and without in peace. Excuse me. There shall be once again, there shall once again be heard the voice of joy and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride, the voice of those who are saying, praise Yahweh of hosts, for Yahweh is good, for his love and commitment is forever. Those who are bringing the offering of praise to the house of Yahweh. For I shall turn back the captivity of the land as at the first, as at the first, praise Yahweh. Thus said Yahweh of hosts, in this place which is dried up, without man and without beast, and in all its cities there shall once again be a home of shepherds, causing their flocks to lie down, in the cities of the mountains, in the cities of the low country, and in the cities of the south, and in the land of Benjamin, and in the places around Jerusalem, and in the cities of Yehuda, the flocks of them pass under the hands of him who has them, declares Yahweh. See, the days are coming, declares Yahweh, and I shall establish the good word which I have promised to the house of Israel and to the house of Yehuda. The days and at that time I cause a branch of righteousness to spring forth for Dawid, and he shall do right ruling and righteousness in the earth. In those days Yehuda shall be saved, and Jerusalem dwell in safety. And this is that which shall be a plague to her, Yahweh, our righteousness. For thus said Yahweh, for Dawid there is not to seize a man to sit on the throne of the house of Israel.
And for the priest. the Levites, that is not to cease a man to offer a sending offering before me, to kindle grain offerings, and to slaughter continually. And the word of Yahweh came to Yirmeyahu, saying, Thus said Yahweh, you can break my covenant with the day and my covenant with the night, so that there be not day and night in their season, then my covenant could also be broken with Dawid my servant, so that he shall not have a son to reign upon his throne. And with the Levites, the priests, my attendants, as the host of Yahweh is not counted, nor the sand of the sea is measured, so I increased the descendants of Dawid my servant, and the Levites who attend upon me. And the word of Yahweh came to Yirmeyahu, saying, Have you not observed what these people have spoken, saying, The two clans which Yahweh has chosen have been rejected by him, so they have despised my people. No more to be a nation before them, thus said Yahweh. If my covenant is not with day and night, and if I have not appointed the laws of the heavens and earth, then I would also reject the descendants of Jacob and David, my servant, so that I should not take his descendants to be rulers over the descendants of Abraham, Yitzchak, and Jacob. For I shall turn back their captivity and have compassion on them.
Hmm. That's heavy. Big, you want to take a stab at it?
I think you're always trying to tell him that he's holding. Nah,
But we also,
hello.
yeah.
I was gonna say Yahweh is saying that he kept his end of the bargain. He's been loyal and stuck with his covenant, even though they broke it day and night.
Mm.
Shoot.
Uh, see, I was about to say what Dave just said, but
Yeah.
he already said it, so he's not say no. So it's now and then.
So it's super dope how I just talked about like we're worshiping him and not worshiping. This is just proof. Wow, the most. It's not even proving my point. It's his point that I'm in tune with. To be clear, right? Like when you catch people worshiping a Jesus figure, right? And you're like, why are you worshiping a Jesus figure where it's that's not it's the kingship. It's ruling over us. You only worship the Most High, but these are the rulers set upon us. There's gonna be a king and a priestly king. It's gonna be somebody from the house of Dawid and somebody from the house of Israel, right? There's gonna be some, but that's gonna be one in that messianic figure. But to remember, the messianic is not what we're worshiping; we're following. If he's in the right ruling, declares the Most High.
Mm.
Because he says in the it says in his words alone. He says in Yirmeyahu, the 33rd chapter, if you go down to uh, verse 25, it says, Thus says Yahweh, if my covenant is not with you day and night, and if I have not appointed the laws of the heavens and the earth, then I would also reject the descendants of Jacob and David, my servant, so that I should not take his descendants to be rulers over the descendants of Abraham, Yishak, and Jacob, for I shall turn back their captivity and have compassion on them. So it's almost like of us peoples, we have this is what we're doing now. We're actually of our family, we're actually taking extra steps to be shepherds. Yes, you don't see it right now because you're still in we're still in a certain infancy of understanding this. All of it, the full blessings of it, what we inherit going along this path. But if we fall off, should anyone follow us? If we go astray, should we have people go astray with us? If we fall in a ditch, should we have people follow us in that ditch? So this is why this is an exercise in strengthening up our spiritual armor. Yeah, we come together, we have a good time, but when we leave out of here, out of this understanding, we should come out of it way stronger than when we came in. Because we see how the circumcising of, saying your flesh and the circumcising of your heart is greater. We see how there has to be some kind of, yeah, we're not afraid of each other, but we are afraid of the Most High. And that's why we respect each other. That's why we love each other. We're putting ourselves to be his servants. So that way we can guide his sheep. It's a beautiful thing for to even to be in that mode. To have I wish my only thing that I could invite Uncle Jones into this because he's starting to come into it. And he on his own. He's listening, he's reading. It's starting to come together. At least that part for where it's like there's something greater than I. The me's. The me's. And this is where you get that humbling. And you should only be humbled by the Most High, not man. All right. Moving on to the next. Looks like we're gonna have two people gonna have seven, one person gonna have eight. And since Lil Killer P was talking about our trash, I'm taking that eight. That's my eight.
Hee!
That's mine, baby.
He got you there.
You got it. And
I
here, huh?
would never say so.
What time? And here we go. The word which came to Yirmeyahu from Yahweh, Nebuchadnezzar, sovereign of Babel, and all his army, and all the reigns of the earth under his rule, and all the people fought against Jerusalem and all its city, saying, thus says Yahweh, the Elohim of Israel, go and speak to this Yahoo, this Yahoo, sovereign of Yehuda, and say to him, thus says Yahweh, see, I'm giving this city in the hand of sovereign of Babel, and he shall burn it with fire, and you shall now escape out of his hand, but certainly be taken and given into his hand. And your eyes shall see the eyes of the sovereign of Babel, and his mouth shall speak with your mouth, and you shall go to Babel. But hear the words of Yahweh, O this Yahoo, sovereign of Yehuda. Thus says Yahweh concerning you, you shall not die by the sword. In peace you are to die, as the burnings of spice for your fathers, the former sovereigns who were before you. So they shall burn spice for you and lament for you, saying, alas, master, well, I have spoken the word, declares Yahweh. And Yirmeyahu the prophet spoke all these words to this this Yahoo, the sovereign of Yehuda in Jerusalem. While the sovereign of Babel's army was fighting against Jerusalem and all the cities of Yehuda that were left against Lachish and Aska, ah, Aska. From those walled cities, remnant of the cities of Yehuda. The word which came to Yirmeyahu from Yehuda, Yahweh, sorry, Yahweh, after sovereign of Tiskiyahu had made a covenant with all the people who at Jerusalem to proclaim release to them.
That everyone was to set free his male and female slave, a Hebrew man and a Hebrew woman. No one was to keep a Yehudi, his brother enslaved. And when all the heads and all the people who had come into the covenant heard that each one was to set free his male and female slaves, and not keeping them as slaves any longer, they obeyed and released them. But afterward they changed their minds and made the male and female slaves return, whom they had set free, and brought them into subjection as male and female slaves. Therefore the word of Yahweh came to Yirmeyahu from Yahweh, saying, Thus said Yahweh, the Elohim of Israel, and I myself made a covenant with your fathers in the day that brought them out of the land of Mitzrayim, out of the house of bondage, saying, At the end of 7 years, each one should set free his Hebrew brother who has been sold to him, when he and when he has served you 6 years, you shall let him go free from you. But your fathers did not obey me, nor incline their ear, and you recently turned and did what was right in my eyes, each man proclaiming release to his neighbor. And you made a covenant before me in the house, which was called by my name.
But you turned back, profaned my name, and each one of you took back his male and female slaves whom he had set free at their pleasure, and brought them into subjugation to be your male and female slaves. Therefore, thus said Yahweh, you have not obeyed me in proclaiming release, each one to his brother and each one to his neighbor. See, I am proclaiming release to you, declares Yahweh, to the sword, to the pestilence, and to the scarcity of food. And I shall make you a horror to all reigns of the earth. And I shall give men who are transgressing my covenant, and who have not established the words of the covenant which they made before me, when they cut off the calf in two and passed between the parts of it, the heads of Yehuda and the heads of Jerusalem, the eunuchs and the priests, and all the people of the land who passed between the parts of the calf. And I shall and I shall give them into the hand of their enemies, and into the hand of those who seek their life, and their corpse shall be for good to the birds of the heavens and to the beasts of the earth. And I shall give Sidkiyahu, sovereign of Yehuda, and his heads into the hand of their enemies, and into the hand of those who seek their life, and into the hand of the sovereign of Babel's army that has withdrawn from you. See, I am commanding, declares Yahweh, and shall bring them back to this city, and they shall fight against it, and take it, and burn it with fire, and I shall make the cities of Yehuda a ruin without inhabitant.
Guys, I just want to make a quick note, right? I know this is vain. This is a vain thing, and so I'm bringing this up just to say, right? I don't even believe in colorism. I mean, like we're not black, whatever. We're people. We're of these generations of these people, whatever the case may be. We're of that house. But there's something in Yirmeyahu, the 34th chapter, Jeremiah, the 34th chapter, verse 7, which it really stood out only because in there was a painting that Babylon had when they took over Lachish, and you see these guys had like curls, like tight curls, right, waves almost. The people that was took captive, and this was a city under, you know what I'm saying? This was a city in Yehuda. Right? This wasn't their territory. This was their land, and you know what I'm saying. So I brought that up to say that once again, we have to be mindful of the hijacking of a thought, the hijacking of what they would call not a religion, but almost like a spiritual understanding of the Most High. Like beings and people, whatever demonic energy is over them. I don't care. It's Babel energy, it could be, right? It could be over that still fighting. I don't know, but they're going out of their way to really whitewash, change faces. Like, can you imagine we have a family portrait, and 1,000 years from now, somebody's painting our family to over to make them look like those people that's painting it? So I keep saying spiritual armor, guys, is not for no reason. We are at war. And we can't forget that. You know what I'm saying? We're in chill mode, but it's every day. It's an attack every day on you, right? And even being in truth will help you dispel like those things that they're attacking you with. It won't work. The Most High won't allow it. Big.
I just feel like he's just telling them what he's gonna do
Hmm.
because of what they did.
Shoot.
S-
Wait, what'd you say?
Yes, if I'm set for that one. And
Oh, okay. All right. On to the next one. And this is a short one. So, what is it? Where is that? So one person will have seven and two people have six, and I'll take the seven. Ha
yes.
Sheesh.
ha. The word which came to Yirmeyahu from Yahweh in the days of Yehoshua, son of Yehoshiahu, sovereign of Yehuda, saying, "Go to the house of the Rechabites, and you shall speak to them and bring them into the house of Yahweh, into one of the rooms, and give them wine to drink." And I took Yasanah, the son of Yirmeyahu, son of Hasbistiniah, his brothers and all his sons, and the house of the Rehabites, and brought them into the house of Yahweh, into the room of the sons of Hannah, the son of Yigadaliyahu, the man of Elohim, which was by the chambers of the head, above the room of Maaseyahu, son of Salom, the keeper of the door. And I set before the sons of the house of the Rehabites bowls filled with wine and cups, and I said to them, "Drink wine." But they said, "We do not drink wine, because Yonadab, the son of Rechab, our father, commanded us, saying, You shall not drink wine, neither you nor your sons forever. And do not build a house, neither sow seed, nor plant a vineyard, nor have any of these, but dwell in tents all your days, so that you live many days on the face of the land where you are sojourners. Take it away, little kid.
Yeah.
So we obeyed the voice of Yonadab, son of Rechab, our father, in all that he commanded us to drink no wine all our days. We, our wives, our sons, and our daughters.
Bless you.
Bless you.
In order to build ourselves houses to dwell in. And we have no vineyard, field, or sea. But we dwell in tents and have obeyed and done according to all that Yonadab our father commanded us. And it came to be when Nebuchadnezzar, sovereign of Babel, came up into the land that we said, Come, let us go to Jerusalem for fear of the army of the Kasdim, and for fear of the army of the Arameans. So we dwell at Jerusalem. The word of Yahweh came to Yirmeyahu, saying, thus said Yahweh of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, go, and you shall say to the men of Yehuda, and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, have you not received instruction to obey my words? Declares Yahweh.
The words of Yonadab, son of Rechab, which he commanded his sons not to drink wine, are established, and they have not drunk unto this day, for they have obeyed their father's command. And as for me, I have spoken to you, for Isaac early speaking, but you have not obeyed me. And I send to you all the servants, the prophets, rising up early and sending them, saying, turn each one from his evil way, and make good your deeds, and do not go after other mighty ones to serve them. And you shall dwell in the land which I have given you and your fathers. But you have not inclined your ear, nor obeyed me. The sons of Jonadab, son of Rechab, have indeed carried out the command of their father, which he had commanded them. But this people has not obeyed me. Therefore, thus said Yahweh, Elohim of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, see, I am bringing on Yehuda and all the land, and I am bringing on Yehuda and on all the inhabitants of Jerusalem all the evil I have pronounced against them, because I have spoken to them, but they did not listen, and I have called to them, but they did not answer. And Yirmeyahu said to the house of the Rechabites, thus said Yahweh of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, because you have obeyed the command of Jonadab your father, and guarded all his commands, and done according to all that he commanded you. Therefore, thus said Yahweh of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, of Jonadab, son of Rechab, there shall never cease to be a man to stand before me.
Hmm. Interesting. I'm a little confused. I thought it was mostly where it was leading towards. It was saying like, look, you guys listen to your father before you listen to me. Almost like it's listening to man versus me. But then, commands their father is commanded, but the people have not obeyed me. Therefore, says, so see, I'm bringing on you the, all the inhabitants of Israel, all the evil I have pronounced against them, because they were spoken up, but they did not listen. Answer, answer to the house of Rehabites. Thus said to our host, because you have obeyed the commands of your Father, and God all his commands done according to thy commanding. Therefore, thus says Yahweh host, the Elohim of Abraham, of Yonadab, son of Ahab, they shall never cease standing before me. That's a good thing then. Okay. Okay. I thought it was supposed to be bad. That's a good thing, right? Okay, they didn't drink the wine. So they didn't fall for the trick. Got it. They didn't fall for the trick. They didn't tell no one. Okay, okay, okay. Their fathers commanded them. Hey, but he said, stop saying not drunk enough, Father. No, it's for me. And as for me, as spoke me wise, but you have not obeyed me. And I sent to you all my servants and prophets, and I sent in the time, Ethan, sincerity, and give you fathers, but you have not obeyed me. The words which he commanded, okay? But you have not obeyed me. All right, that's the confusing part. It confused me between, I guess, 14. I'm sorry. So Yirmeyahu, the 35th chapter. Jeremiah, the 35th chapter, verse 14, I should say to 19, throwing me off. I don't know why. Right? That's good. Big, while I'm trying to figure this out, Big.
I think he took Yirmeyahu over there to show them that they obeyed the word of their father to the day he died. I mean, from when he died until this day. So he could take that inspiration and go back to his people and say, you haven't even obeyed Yahweh when he declares his words, but these people declared their father's words till now.
Tracking, okay. Tracking. Thank you, sir. Professor Little Killer Pooh. That's dope.
Wait, what? Your mic?
Yeah.
Second one.
All right, guys. Um, if there's nothing further, yeah, can you give us what an ex? I know we didn't start with a prayer. Can you give us an exit prayer, sir?
Uh, Alright. I appreciate Yahweh, Yeshua, and the set apart spirit bringing us here today, guiding us through his word so we can decipher it and become one with Yahweh as he is one with us.
Mm.
And thank you for allowing it to be with our family that's still alive, that you're keeping alive for us to continue your plan. And I thank you for all the blessings, past, present, and now. And I thank you for
Thank you, Lord.
keeping us all alive.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Thank you guys for doing this, man. I'm appreciative of y'all having the courage, the strength and honor and courage to get up and continue the shepherd path that we're doing. Thank you for the clarity too, Big. That was really, really dope. Like, hey, we honored, we honor these words. Yeah, that's dope. I get it now.